Well, a very good evening to you all. Tonight I am off to Whitwell Bike Night in Norfolk, which I'm very excited about because Lowries got a little bit of a surprise for us. And that means that we're going to find out more about how this all started and when. So stay tuned for that and lots of great bikes.
Okay, I opened my visor for a minute and something came hurtling in. And it's a bloody wasp and it's crawling around in my helmet. Oh shit. I've got to try and get it off without getting stung.
Whilst this is playing, please remember to hit that subscribe button, and if you're enjoying this vlog then give it a thumbs up and share it with your mates. And if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee then you can do so by clicking on the link in my bio. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. Well, luckily I didn't get stung and I rode on to Norwich to catch up with Laurie and Neil, and we are now heading through the beautiful little town of Reepham and nearly at the bike meet. I've come to the bike meet at Whitwell and Reepham station, and I've got a surprise because as well as seeing the bikes, I get to see Mike.
Yep.
And some of the trains and learn a bit more about it all, which is amazing. Yeah. So, how long have you been? Have you been here from the beginning?
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Wow. So did you set it all up?
I bought the place originally.
When did you do that?
I bought it in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite a. I was in manufacturing, and one of my manufacturing bases was at Lemwade, which is the next station stop from here.
Yeah.
We had a dog. My wife used to walk the dog from Attlebridge back to Lemwade. Got fed up with doing that. She decided to walk it from Whitwell back to Lemwade. And then she walked back one day and she said, "You're never going to believe this, but it's come out for auction on your birthday."
Oh, wow.
So.
That was an omen, wasn't it?
Yep. So I went to the auction. I didn't bid the highest. The highest bidder didn't get to the reserve price, but was invited by the auctioneer to go and see them afterwards. And he didn't. But I just had some inkling that I ought to do it myself. So I went and saw the auctioneer, and long and short of it, we negotiated, and we got the place.
Brilliant.
Now, after being in business for 30 odd years, I did one of the worst things that you should do in business. I didn't do a business plan. I had no idea what to do. I just let it take its natural course, and we opened it up. We bought it in August 2007. There was no track, no ballast, no nothing here at all, and we decided that we set it up as a charity.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd worked like Billy-O, and with the help of Norfolk, we'd tried to reopen the place 50 years to the day it closed, which was the end of February 2009. So we got our first bit of track laid over there.
Yeah.
We hired in a steam engine. We did a beer festival. And from that, we had people just interested in trains, interested in what was going on. Who liked beer and liked steam. And we brought it back to life.
Brilliant.
Originally, there was the old goods shed, which is now big enough to use as an engine shed.
Okay.
So we can get a full-size carriage in there.
We'll have a little spin around in a minute and see. Yeah.
And then we had the station building over that side there.
Yep.
And we just grew from there. People that joined us as members, because we set it up as a charity, and they said that on Friday nights they meet for a bikers night, and the place they went to they weren't liked very much.
Right.
And they said there's only probably 20, 30, 40 of us meet on a Friday night. Can we start meeting here?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, no problem at all. And that's just grown and grown and grown.
And when was that? When did that start?
To give you an exact time, I don't know. It's probably 2 or 3 years after we got going. So
quite a while.
It's been going quite a while.
About sort of 12, 13 years then, really.
Yeah.
It's not even longer than that. Wow.
So
and there's a good turnout tonight. It's the first time I've been, I'm ashamed to say, but Laurie told me about it. So, but we did come and have a little sneaky look, didn't we, Laurie?
one night. We came in a little, well, not one night, it was delayed, but we weren't sneaking around and breaking in, you understand. She brought me up to show me where it all was, and I said, right, and then we booked the date, didn't we, that I could come and be here.
Just growing out of all proportion. So we get on very well with the local police, and Carl, who's very instrumental in making things happen here, he suggested that we have a night where we can have all the emergency services here. We had the police, the fire, air ambulance, Norfolk Safety Partnership, and all them organisations come to talk about safer riding, the bad places where lots of accidents have happened. They brought in some non-enforceable breathalyzers just so people could test them out. And they actually recorded over 1,000 motorbikes arriving on one evening. I don't believe we have that sort of numbers now, because it's all calmed down a little bit now, but we quite confidently say between 500 and 800 motorbikes here on a good Friday night.
Brilliant. That's really good to hear,
And it brings the money in for the charity.
Absolutely.
Which is the most important thing.
And it gives the bikers a nice, safe place. It's a nice ride out to here. It's a nice place to come. You know, you've got all the facilities they need, and it's just, it felt nice. As soon as I pulled up on the bike, it was like, feels lovely.
And we've never been in the market of ripping people off either. So so what happens, you know, all our food and drink are priced sensibly, because a lot of the staff here are volunteers. So we haven't got the normal overheads. We have got some overheads of employed people, but not all of them. So it helps make it reasonable.
So, and what days are you open during the day? You open every day?
We during the summer months we're open every day. During the winter and spring we close on Mondays.
Okay. And what can people expect to do here during the day if not coming for the bike night?
Well, if they don't come for the bike night, they come here during the day. Just Mondays to Fridays, generally what would happen, they would come in there, they'd be able to use the coffee shop and tea rooms and have bacon rolls and things like that. There's a children's play area out the back, so they can come and let the children play out. If we're lucky and we have Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have more volunteers than normal. And on them days, sometimes we have a driver and a guard, and we can put on a train ride, normally with the diesel. Very rarely a steam engine. The steam engine we run on the first Sunday of each month, plus the Sunday of a bank holiday weekend, and we do it all year round as well.
Brilliant.
So, and that's the other thing, we are open all year round.
Yeah, great.
Do driver experiences? Yep, we do driver experience. So you get the opportunity to fire the engine, drive the engine. So all combination.
So how much? So is it free, like donations to come during the daytime? Then?
Yeah, there's no fee to come in. There's no car parking fee. There's no fees at all. So whatever you have. Expansion wise, we're looking at putting a crazy golf in. We're looking at converting 2 carriages over the other side there into a sports bar. Because the other thing we've got here, we do weddings. And we've got the sidings building over there and the station building there, which are sanctioned buildings.
Amazing.
So we have a situation where we tend to talk to the bride and suggest that they use a steam engine. And with the steam engine, so there's Agecroft down there's a steam engine. We've got a brake wagon. We couple them 2 up together. We've got a platform over the other side there called Whitwell East. It was originally called the cattle platform because cattle used to come down from the top field and go off to market on that one. But talking to a bride about going via the cattle platform doesn't go down too well.
No, not really.
So we've named it to Whitwell East. So what happens is she'll leave from Whitwell East, go to the end of the line, arrive over there, go into the station building, have a ceremony, and then the sidings are set up for the wedding breakfast.
Should we get married, Laurie? Just so we can have a wedding here. Sorry, people can't see Laurie. She's the other side of the camera.
There she comes.
She's here, really. I'm not just talking to some imaginary person. I know you all know that I'm bonkers, but I'm not quite that bad yet.
So
brilliant.
So that's. But when we have that happen, we have to stay open like a church, so anybody can come to object to it. So we can't stay closed for a private function.
No.
So we get normal guests coming in, so we need to accommodate them. So by having another facility over this side as well, they can come and use the bar. It's got a restaurant car on it, so there'll be food over this side as well.
Yeah.
We're putting crazy golf in the woods there, so they'll be able to hire their
amazing
bits and go down there.
Yeah, because I have to check that because sometimes we come over to do rides.
Yeah.
And I always have to say, have you got a wedding on, just to make sure that we're not going to interfere with what's going on.
And you've done the driver's experience, haven't you?
I've done the driver's experience. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And also we've got Laurie with Laurie's
Yeah,
Mechanicals.
Laurie Mechanical.
He's got his trains, and I've driven that one as well.
We're lucky he's on site again today. He's been here all week.
Oh, you need to go and have a chat to him, maybe.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, thank you. We'll have a little tour around if that's all right. Get some footage. Brilliant. Thank you.
No problem at all.
This is amazing. So these are the names of all the places that the soldiers went. And my uncle and Andy's great uncle Fred died at the Battle of Arras, and my granddad died at the Somme as well, my great granddad. And that is a destination for people who left from this station and lost their lives. Very humbling. Now, I did get to catch up with Laurie, the engineer, but it was such a great interview, as was the one with Mike, and I didn't want to put them together, so I will do that in a separate vlog, and when it's up and running, I will put the link in the description down below. I would like to give credit to the other Laurie, who was on my camera, for taking all this footage of you guys leaving the meet, because I think I was probably busy talking somewhere. I know it's not like me, but thanks, Laurie. Now back on Bumblebee for a quick scoot around. Whitwell is on Friday nights between 5 and 9 in riding season, and I'm looking forward to when I can next get back. Thanks for having me. Ta-ta for now.